Hi guys, it's promised Sebastian here again. Okay guys, it's another wonderful Wednesday and trust you are doing great. Okay, here is another text effect. I want you guys to do something for me. After this tutorial, just make sure you try other colors of this design, and when replicating text effect or trying them out, always keep the text effects above you so you see what you're doing. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna start by clearing everything off. So I will go over to the background interface, which is this one here, and then I'll scroll these things up to click this white one. It's telling me that if I'm to click OK, that everything I had here will be lost. So I'm okay with it, so I'll click OK and everything is lost now. So what you would want to do is go change the background color to the blue gradient we had there in the former design. So we'll change our background color now. So we'll go over to the color in the same interface menu here. In the same background interface, this is the interface to use to work on background. This is the ones you see default background. This first one, this last one is the one you see backgrounds to work. You see tools to work on the background. Okay, so this is the color tool now. So I switch over to gradient because it's gradient I use. So this is the color now I used on that design. This is that color. You see this color ball here in this gradient menu here. So all this color ball. So I will slide this thing to go to a color which I have already here in pixellab, so you know how to create it. You are going to see this color in your pixellab. So what you would want to do is just use this plus button by here. Just click on it now, and then you see this arrangement is already there on pixellab, this part, this color now. So what you want to do is just, you see this dark one, this one here is this one now surrounding it because it's dark. Then this one is the light color in the middle. Okay, what you would want to do is just click on this dark one, then you use this color menu below. There are 6 buttons here. The last one, you click on it now. So we are gonna do this slider now. Just make sure, just if you can't create colors, copy the ones I created. You're gonna copy them here. So let me take this slider here, somewhere here. So this is my blue I'm gonna use now. So this is the blue now. Copy it 032697. That's the color code. Copy it in case you don't know how to create colors. So click OK, then we'll have a dark blue. Then we'll go over to this other color plate here. We want to change the color in the middle because this is the color reflecting here in the middle. So I'll tap on it now with the same color menu. I'll click on it now. So I will switch to the same blue pattern. I can even type the color code that I told you earlier and then adjust the brightness from here, from this slider. So then I'm gonna adjust the brightness of this color. Probably I'll take this to the extreme, and I still want to adjust more. I'll use this first slider because it's used to increase the white amount in the color of any color you have in your color plate here. So then I'm gonna slide this to the left and make this a little lighter, and I'm good now. So you can copy the color code 3B6BFF in case you don't know how to create color. But if you know how to create color, you are good, and we are good with the background now. So I'll click OK below here, this OK button, and I'm good now. So what you would want to do now is get your text. So I'll use this plus button up here, and I have a text menu here which I can tap on, and it brings new text for me. So I double tap on this text now. It brings in a menu here for me to type in my text. So I'm gonna delete everything here and type in the text I used there, which was good. So I'm gonna type in good. You know how to spell good now, definitely. So I'm gonna draw this slider below. It's used to increase the text, this one below now, and this one is used to adjust the size of the text. That's the width of the text, and probably not the width of the text. It's used to adjust the width of a paragraph. That is what this thing does. So if this is a paragraph, you can reduce the width of the paragraph, not the text. When you have a paragraph, just try it out. Type something much. You can type a whole lot of stuff here and then adjust this and see what you will get. Okay, so then we are going to change our font. So we'll go over to the font interface, which is this one that has an icon looking like an A button. So you switch over to the font interface and you see this icon here that has a capital A and a small b. Is the font tool here in the alphabet interface. So I'll click on it now and then head over to my font. That is where I see the font I have. So I'm going to head over to recent because I recently used the font. Don't bother about the resources. I'm gonna share everything used on this design with you guys. Okay, so here is the font, Antonio Bold. So I'll click good now, and then I'm gonna resize this, reduce the size of this my text so I have enough space here. I can see what I'm doing. I think this size is okay. You might want to increase your own, okay? So depending on how you want it to look like, but you can just follow my steps so you get it exact first before you try to maneuver. This is 183, that's the size. So I click OK, and then what I would want to do now is change the color of this text to red, a gradient red. So we'll head over to the color menu, click now, and head over to gradient now. So I have a lot of gradient I can maneuver, but let me just, for your own sake, pick colors that are on default in pixellab, that color you have already in pixellab. So I think you have all these colors now in pixellab already. So all these ones, this one or this one, now you have this one already in pixellab. So I'm going to click OK now. So what I would want to do now is change this gradient arrangement here. This color is the one displaying over here, and this one is the one displaying around here. That is at the edge of this view here, okay, of this screen. So here is the arrangement I'm gonna choose, this one now. All these things are gradient arrangement. You see, as I'm changing or clicking each of them, this arrangement that I'm seeing here is changing. So I'm gonna click this one that is second if I'm coming from up, and is the fifth if I'm coming from below. Okay, this is the arrangement I'm gonna use now. So I'm gonna change this to more like yellow red, or something here or here. So I'll click OK, and then this one now is gonna be yellow. Definitely is a gradient we want to create. So we'll slide this here to make it bright, yellow bright color somewhere here. So this slider is used to darken colors, this one is used to whiten it, this one up now. So, and this one is a transparency below if you don't know what it works. So I will take this slider to the extreme, so I will get a bright yellow. So I have it to the extreme now. You can copy the color code. The color code here is FFE200. That's the color code here. So I'll click OK now, and this is what I have. Then let's check the color code of this red here. I type on the color placeholder here, and then this color menu below by my right here, I can just click on it and see the color code. This is D60A03. So you can copy the color code, so you don't, in case you don't know how to create colors. Okay, with this now, I'm good now. So then I will start adding stroke to this now. So I'll click OK now, and then the same gradient pattern I used for the text is the same gradient pattern I'm going to use for the stroke. So then I'll go to stroke now. On the stroke, go over to gradient, the same color. So I'm going to increase and increase and increase. So a stroke of 24, and I'm good. So I'll place it here and click OK. So then I'm going to add shadow to this text now. So on the shadow tool here, look at the shadow tool. It looks more like a circle that has shadow in real life. What shadow looks like, this is it now. So I click on it now, and on the shadow tool now. So I taught you guys about something on shadow on the last text effect we did. Okay, just use colors that are the same with the color you are designing as shadow. So I'm going to use this dark blue here. If you don't know the color code, let's use this plus button here. Look at the color code 00275C. Okay, so I'll click OK now. This is the blue I'm using, this blue now. I just called the color code. I'm going to offset it by Y. I'm offsetting Y. Look at the Y offset here. They wrote it already there. So you increase it by using the plus button behind the slider here. This plus button here. Okay, so I increase the slider to 5, and I'll click OK now, and I'm good with this now. So what I would want to do is copy this now. I'm going to copy this text now. So I'll copy it now, and then this is going to be pure yellow, so it's not going to be a gradient. I'm going to remove the shadow and remove the gradient of this one I copied. So right away to the color menu here. This is the color menu, and then it's in gradient menu here, because this red stuff is on the gradient text. Like the background of the gradient is pink. This is not red, it's pink, and the text is white. So we'll switch over here. It's now on the color, because you see the same pattern here. It was there on the gradient, right? So I'm going to reduce the shadow first. So I'm going to reduce the shadow, and then the same color for the stroke, the same color for the background. So let me just check the color of this. The color code is FFE200. FFE200. So we'll head over to color plus button, and this is this plus button beside all these color balls now, and then use this pencil tool after this one that looks more like a soccer. click on it. I want to type in the color code FFE200. So we use capital letters when typing color code. Note, you use capital letters FFE200. Okay, I'm good now, so I'll click good button up and I have the yellow color I'm looking for. So what I would want to do is also change the stroke now. So what I would want to do is also change the color of the text to the same color of the stroke. This is the stroke color, you see it here. So we'll go over to main color also, that's the color of the text. We are going to change it to the same yellow now. This is the same yellow color, and this is what we have now, no shadow. So we'll bring this down a little, somewhere here, and we are good now. So I'll copy this guy now. I'm gonna copy this guy. So I'll go over to my layer. This is the layer 2 here. It's used to see stuffs that you are working on already. Okay, these are the stuff I have here in my background now. So let me just lock them with this key looking icon up on each of the layers. So you just tap on them and it's locked. So I'll lock this first one, lock the second one, and I'm good now. So then I don't want to move them, that's why I lock them. So I'm moving only this one because it's not locked. So then I'm gonna use this one as the blue text on top. So what we want to do now is remove the stroke on this one entirely. So remove the stroke now. This is the stroke 2, we off it, and every stroke there is gone. So we are gonna change the color of this one to blue. So I'll go back to this gradient we created for the background. I'm going to use it to maneuver. It's not the gradient we are going to use the color. We are going to maneuver it, but we are going to use it to do the maneuver. So this is it right here. This is it right here now. So guys, it's good to understand the concept behind this text effect. So it's going to be easy for you to maneuver through a whole lot of stuff, okay? So you can see that this is my text now. The one at the back, this one and this one, are looking like they don't have enough stroke on them like the one we started with. So if you know the concept, you can easily maneuver around. So we are going to increase the stroke now. Looking at what we have now, so we need to increase the stroke. Since the stroke and the other the text are the same color, so if you increase the stroke, we don't have any problem. I just change the color now. So I'll go to stroke, use plus button, increase the stroke to 35. I'll click good now and increase the stroke of this one 35. So once it has a whole lot of stroke, it's gonna look much more bigger and heavy in the eyes, so it draws more attention. Okay, so we'll click good button now because we are okay with this. So then over to the one at the top. So I'll lock this one below now. So you see it have enough stroke on it now. So then what we want to do now is go over to the shadow tool. So we'll have the shadow tool now. We're on the shadow tool. You see the kind of shadow it's having. So what you're going to do is reduce the blur radius to 0. You can also use the 3D tool for this now. So the shadow tool also can also do it. So we'll reduce the blur radius to 0 now. And then we are going to offset it by X. So to negative offset to -4. Then you offset by Y to 4, not -4. In terms of Y. So this is the offset we have now. So we change the color to this color. Now this is a transparent orange color, but you can still work on it. This is an orange color you're going to see on your pixellab. So once you tap on it now, you use the plus button and then you slide the opacity so it becomes a little visible, and this is okay. You can use the 3D tool for those that have taught 3D tool, so you can use it for this also now. So we'll have this now. We'll click OK now. So we'll keep this here, and what we will do now is change the color of this text. Instead of using this gradient now, we are going to change the color to just dark blue. So I'm going to go over to, I think I have a blue here, so we'll use it. Let's see whether we get a blue from the color menu here in pixellab. So we'll slide to see whether we see a dark blue now. So this is a dark blue I have in pixellab, but it's not dark as I need it. So I'm going to take this slider here. Look at the color code. We have 08377D, and I'll click OK now. And this is what I have. So I'm going to copy this text, this one that has stroke now, and remove that has shadow. Remove the shadow effect, and then it's time for me to maneuver. I'm going to first of all add the gradient effect that was on the other one. So this is the color menu in alphabet. interface. So this is the gradient. I just created it now, but I'm gonna create a new one so you learn how to create it. So we'll go over to a gradient you already have here in your pixellab. So I'm sure you will have this gradient now in your pixellab. Once you tap on it, use the plus button behind this color box now. Then you will have this arrangement now. So what you would want to do now is use this other color. This one now is the one below, which is the dark color. Now click on it. Now use this color icon here below. Is a menu where you used to add color. So you click on it now. So we'll take this slider to the blue side. So we'll get some kind of blue color. We'll have a blue color. We'll slide it here. We'll increase this one now, and this is the blue we have. So I will click OK now. Have a good blue now. This one will be a lighter blue, so I'll use the same pattern and then the same this thing, but then I'll use this slider, this middle one, to increase the brightness of this color, and take this one also to the left. This one now, this is the whiteness of the color. This is the how to increase the amount of black in the color. That is the darkness of the color, the amount of black in the color. So we'll take this one to the left, and then we'll click OK, and this is the arrangement to have now. So what next I'm gonna do is, you see these color plates, and I'm gonna take them close to each other, something like this. Now you see what is happening, but then I'm gonna duplicate one of these. I'll click on this one by my left, this other color plate. Use this plus button above all these menu lines here by my right. Use it now, click plus, and it brings another color plate for me. But then you see this color plate is darker than this one. It shouldn't be. So what we'll tap on it now, the same color menu to adjust the brightness. You need it to be brighter than the other color. So we'll take this thing to the left a little, so it needs to be brighter than this one. So I think it's not, so we increase the whiteness of the color a little bit, and I think it's now. So we'll take here, so something like this is okay. So then we'll slide this to the left a little to get the same color arrangement like this. So it's slided to the left now. So we'll still work on it. It's not looking that light. We need to look whitish enough. So something like this now. So bring this guy down. So something like this is good now. So what next are you gonna do? It's time to add your stroke. So we'll get the stroke now. Go over to the stroke tool. Mind you, these are two colors now. This is different. This is dark color, and this is the one that has the effect. So I'm gonna keep this guy here and add stroke to this one now. It's gonna be a light blue stroke color. So we'll take over to the slide of blue, but this time around is a light blue. So we'll use this one now. You see where my hand is now, where this buzz is now. It needs to be a more like a sea blue. Something like this, something shiny enough, something bright enough. So somewhere here is okay. So we'll click OK now, and you see we'll have the arrangement. So we'll move this up a little bit, up and left a little bit. So up, left a little bit. So something like this is good now. So we are gonna bring this and this down, so it aligns with the whole stroke. This other two now aligns with this other two. So I'll use this. I've clicked on layer already, so I'll use this button below. It looks more like a mark stuff. Mark first one, mark second one. So I'll use this button after this one that looks like delete. This other one, click on it now. So I'll use this position tool now to start positioning. So I'm positioning them so they look balanced. So I'll bring it down and down. So everything is balanced now. So what is left is for us to curve the whole text. So we'll start curving from the first one, which is the red one, the one with the red gradient. So look at the curve tool here, is on the alphabet interface. So we'll click on it now. Click first one, it adds curve 5%. So it increases in the ratio of 5. Click plus again 10. So we'll go over the same layer, we'll go over to the one next, the one on top after the one at the back. So we'll use the same curve to 1, 2, 10% of curve. The other one, 1, 2, 10% of curve. Then the one at the top will increase 5 and 10%. Okay guys, this is it now. So then we'll make it to the center, the whole design. So we use this button below now. So we'll mark all of them. Use this one next to this delete button, this delete looking icon. So click on it now. Look at the position, relative position to. We are going to use it to make it relative to the center, horizontally and vertically. Okay, this is it. Like I told you guys, try other colors. As you can see, what was used here was dark blue and light blue to get this. So you can use dark green and light green to try your own, dark red and light red. Okay, I want you to try other colors, and don't forget, when doing text effects, keep the text effect so that you'll be seeing it, so that you don't do anything. You guys, thanks for watching this awesome tutorial. Okay, if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, make sure you hit the like, share and subscribe button. Okay, don't forget guys, keep creating. See you next Wednesday.